Our second inductee tonight in the athlete category is Brian Gadsby. Brian Gadsby was born and raised in Winnipeg and began playing fastball at the age of 16. Over the next few years, he played on a number of teams in the Winnipeg Industrial League. In 1975, Brian moved up to play senior A ball with the Steinbach Steelers. He continued playing competitive fastball until 1987 at the senior A and senior B levels. Brian played on teams that won numerous provincial titles and competed in Western Canadian and national championships. Brian retired for a period of 16 years to coach his son's ball teams, but returned to softball in 2003 to play senior A slow pitch. On 2 occasions, Brian was a member of the gold medal team at the SPN National 60-plus Championships, and on 1 occasion brought home the tournament MVP medal as well. From 2011 to 2019, Brian organized, played with, and coached the Manitoba Keystone Canucks team that competed in 5 Huntsman World Slow Pitch Championships in St. George, Utah, winning 3 silver medals. Brian continues to play competitive slow pitch softball. On whatever team he played on or coached, Brian displayed both excellent skills and leadership, and tonight we induct Brian Gadsby into the Manitoba Softball Hall of Fame in the athlete category.
My family was joking with me before the ceremony started. If you look at your programs, it flips to the center. I'm not quite a Playboy representative, but it flips to the centerfold, and there is a picture of yours truly. So, and I'd like to thank my whole family. 2 of my kids are here, 5 of my grandkids, and my wife has put up with me for 54 years. Lloyd Penner, I want to thank him. He's the guy that nominated me for this award. And I've got a fellow ball player that came to support me, Erwin Workington. We played together for the last 24 years. And without those 2 guys, it wouldn't be just as much fun. I got a few stories I want to tell you. I'm already in the Hall of Fame. Believe it or not, in 1955, Les? The picture comes up there. I'm a little wee shyster sitting in the front of about 12 or 14 ladies. My sister was on that team, and I was the bat boy in 1955. And I have a funny little story to tell you about that team. These were young women. My sister was 22 at the time, and these are all young women. And at that time, some of you old-timers will remember umpires Bill Hildebrand and Rosie. I'm not sure which one of those 2 guys was umpiring this particular game, but 1 or 2 of the women on the team let out some bad words, starting with an SH and what kind of call that umpire had made. And the umpire stopped the game, and he was walking over to the bench, and the girl said, Brian, shh, don't say it was us. Tell him you did it. So, but I don't think Rosie wasn't up to throwing me out of the game. But that's a story about 1955. Fast pitch started playing when I was 16. Backyard, 2 men's teams were playing there. They were short a player. And I had my glove ready, and they said, come on and play. So I started playing men's fast pitch when I was 16 years old, and kept playing up until, I don't know the date, but in 1972, to show how dedicated my wife is to supporting me, we got married, but we had to choose a date when there was no ball tournaments coming up. So we got married on July 8th, 72, and there was a tournament 10 days later. So that's how the marriage worked out. It's still going strong, 54 years. And when I tell people I'm 78 years old, they don't believe it. I had to show my driver's license at Shoppers Drug Mart to prove that I was 55 plus so I could get the 55 plus discount. I played with in the age where fast pitch was really king for men in the early 70s. and Mr. Bouchard was up here. I think I hit a couple of home runs, at least one home run off you, Bouchard. I know I did. In '77, we went to the we went to the national championships, and in that playdown, Ed Gilroy was part of that team that we beat. We won a game against Lockport, 1-0. Took 12 innings. Yours truly hit the home run off the top of the fence. I still have that ball at home. And then we played Bishop's team in the finals. And the famous play that Eddie, remember that, where we had the double steal? I was on third, Bamman was on first. They tried to throw the ball to Bamman, going to second base, going back and forth. We had them so confused, they finally threw the ball in the outfield. I scored the winning run. But that was a great team. After playing with Steelers, they folded. I played with another team. We went to the Canadian Fastball, Western Canadians, twice. And I promised my kids in 82 we went to Disneyland. 5 years later, I said, we're going to take you to Disneyland again. I retired in 86. And after that, spent a bunch of years coaching my kids. And decided I'm never going to play a slow pitch. That's a useless game. And lo and behold, I've been playing slow pitch for 24 years. My wife, if you see her standing up, she's probably already going like this. 1 minute? Okay. I'll make it 1 minute and 30 seconds. I've been playing slow pitch for 24 years and coaching them. We've won a number of championships in the Senior A fast pitch. Playing against, like I'm 78, we're playing against guys that are 55 years old. And it's getting a little bit harder every year, but we managed to win a number of championships with our Eastman team. And I decided St. George, Utah, that's a great place to go. Some of you guys, if you've never been to St. George, Utah, they have the most fabulous diamonds there. We went 5 years. 3 years we won silver medals. The 1 year I'd like to just tell you about, you have to classify it to go there. We classified as a C team. You play 3 round robin games and they mix and match you. We won our 3 round robin games and they bumped us up to AA that year. And we're playing against almost semi-professional guys. We managed that year to get a silver medal. And the Manitoba Classics, when Irwin played with them a number of years, they were afraid to ask me to play with them because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't swear except in 1955 according to the Rambler girls. My friend that plays with me, Dave Dreger, he says, Brian, let's go out for a beer. That guy owes me at least 500 beers because I'll go with him, but I don't drink. And Ken Porter was the manager of that team. They were afraid to ask me because I don't do all those things. And they asked Irwin, my friend Irwin, will Brian come and play with us? And Irwin says, sure he will. So lo and behold, they finally asked me. We went to Moncton. We won the final game, 8-7. I think I was 7 for 8 that tournament. Another tournament with Al Sharp. We went to extra innings. You have an extra base runner. Irwin was on second. I was pitching that game. Top of the 8th. The other team didn't score. And I'm a notorious pull hitter. They moved their rover way out to the left-hand side, and Irwin was already smiling on second base because the ball went straight up the middle, winning run. So I've enjoyed playing ball. As I said, I'm 78. I told my wife I want to play until I'm 80. I have 3 more years of competitive slow pitch to go. As long as my left hip holds out, I'll be there. Thank you very much.